Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the stream. It came up on me very, very quickly. All of a sudden I looked at the time and it said go live, and I'm like, okay, got to press go live. Here we are, going live. Let's bring up all the things. Oh, one thing I don't have. There we go. And then we'll have to drop that down. Already in there. Oh, look. And the gifts are started. The gifts are started. Hope everyone had a great week. Let me drop that in. We're going to jump into the chat, see who's joining us. Just trying to get a gauge for that level there. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's jump in. Let's jump in. This is the earliest one I had. Chantel saying, good morning, creatora. That's a new word. You are a creatora. Kevin Hawthorne in the house. Welcome. SMA Sky here as well. Livestream Consultants is in the house. Frankie YT. I don't know. That's the first comment I see in my feed, but I don't know. Maybe you did. I don't see it. Did you? Monique is here. Hello. I did say Frankie YTAV, I should say. I think I got sidetracked by the actual message. Let's see. Home Rapid Repair, Larry's in the house. Welcome. And I think that's everyone. People are still coming in, of course. So hope everyone had a great week. Just trying to get my glasses so I got the lights are shining a little bit today. And it's like sometimes it reflects and maybe there's something on my glasses. I'm not sure. Let me just get those real quick. And I was in such a hurry that I just threw my headphones on. I didn't even have a chance to put my in-ears in. So got a little crazy. And then weird pop-ups and last minute things. And I haven't set my little notification from X, send my X alert. My X alert's going out like I normally do. So that's done. Yay. Okay. We're just settling in. We're just settling in. Of course, because you're on your other account, so I understand. Here we go. Chantel's heating up dinner. Yeah, I had some little mini quiches of puff pastry, very nice. Some loaded fries with gravy. Is that's a choice. I'm not Canadian. If I was Canadian, it might be poutine, but the gravy on the loaded fries. Well, I guess it's the gravy that makes them loaded fries. All that and more. And a big shout out to Beanie Drawers in the house. Welcome, Beanie. I don't know why I said it twice. So I think it's one of those days. Hey, we've got a jam-packed sort of Saturday today. Starting here with me, rolling through with Nick and Dee over at Niman Live straight after this. And of course, Daryl Eves is back this week with another one of his live streams where he's interviewing one of his students. So sit back, relax, make sure you got your coffee, tea, or drink of choice, beverage of choice, and we'll jump into it. This week, there's only like one main news topic for YouTube, and it's YouTube's 50th birthday. 50th. They're not that old. 20th birthday. Imagine that. 50 years. Now, it's only 20 years of YouTube as of this week. So we'll talk about that a little bit and have a bit of a celebration, a bit of a knowledge dive, a look back a little bit. We'll touch on what Creator Insider covered, and I'll give you some spoilers there. It's mostly stuff that I talked about last week on the show, so that'll be brief. But as always, we'd like to open it up to Q&A. So if you have a question for me, make sure you drop it in the chat with a Q in front of it, and that is very heavy indeed. It is so heavy that you just got to lift that burden. So if you have that pressing, burning question, make sure you drop it in the chat. I don't guarantee that I'll have the exact answer. I might have a answer, or the answer might just be, I don't know. That's outside the box. But we'll see. Let's jump back into the chat. Live stream consultant says too stupid early to eat breakfast. Well, definitely. Like it's 9:36 p.m. here. Like this time of year, it's a little earlier for me to stream, so it's sort of it's good in a sense. It's a good in a sense, and I'm stocked up with my 1 liter plus of water, so I'm good to go. I'll get my hydration in before the hydration gifts and emojis come up. One thing I did interesting before, I had like a short time frame to set up, so I got a handful of slides and that's it. Not over the top slides. I had a lot of slides last week, but we're casual on the slides. But one of the things is every time I go to set up for these streams on a Saturday, depending on what time I set up, and then sometimes Ecamm will update. There's an update since I streamed last, and sometimes that happens with Social Stream Ninja, and there was an update, so I updated that. And then in that process, I discovered that they've actually now put out a whole like website with stuff that I have to go through. But I was having a quick look through there, and there's some extra webhooks and stuff that I'm interested in checking out and experimenting with, sort of just to make things a little bit more streamlined. You know, stay tuned for all that sort of stuff. I think what I've done also is, I think I set up a webhook for Buy Me a Coffee, so that instead of using their overlay, if somebody drops a coffee, it'll hopefully show up in the chat and I can highlight it like I do a super chat. I think that's going to work if I have set it up correctly. I do not know. We'll find out when it happens. It'll happen whenever that might be. The typical getting sidetracked by the tech side of things when getting ready for today. So don't forget, if you do have a question for me, the Q in front does help me identify that's a question for me. Otherwise, I'm scanning the chat in between conversations that are going on, and I'll work it out. Otherwise, I feel a little bit scattered today. So what you're saying, Doug, is we need to super chat to test the new tech. No, you don't need. Well, you can if you want, but that's not what I'm testing. I'm testing the thing that I think I might have set up correctly is the BMAC integration, so that it comes up in the chat. But yeah, no, I'm not doing it to fish for donations. I'm just telling you what was happening. I feel like I'm getting called out. That's good. It's good. You guys, all good. Yeah, but we're gonna jump in. Let's start with where we always start. We always start with Creator Insider. What did they talk about this week? And then we'll go from there. There's a handful of things. So let's press the button. Make sure that still works. There we go. Creator Insider Newsflash this week. They're talking about things. All these things I pretty much mentioned on last week's stream. The launch of gift combos on vertical lives, so that's to do with the jewels and the gifts and the rubies and the vertical live streams. If you're in the US as a streamer or you're a viewer as a streamer, and the streamer is a US streamer, then there's an opportunity for and they've opted in. So like a small percentage of people are actually able to use these. We still can't use them here in Australia, but hey. You know, it might be something to play around with when we're doing things like vertical live streams, which we haven't done a vertical live stream on this channel for quite a while. And I said that I'd probably only ever do those if I'm doing like a remote stream vertically with my phone, like out and about, like a vid summit sort of thing or whatever. Oh, excuse me. Oh, something hit the back of my throat there. All right. What will happen? What they also talked about, I should say, getting back to Creator Insider, of course, is GIFs best practices. They gave like a little mini tutorial on best practices for GIFs and acknowledging GIFs, and you know the same thing that you would do if you would like receive a super chat, acknowledge the super chat, read out the message, thank people for the super chat, you know, all that. It's the same sort of thing, but with the GIFs. The other thing that they did is they actually talked about the expansion of auto dubbing to everybody in the YouTube partner program. Then they're saying it's still not a fully launched product, but they're rolling it out for people in YouTube partner program to also use the feature and help build the feature. So it's not the fullness of the rollout yet. And look at this. Guess what? It works. Got a little BMAC logo. It now doesn't come up with a profile picture from Larry. Bought 3 cuppers. Look. Now doesn't give me the amount on the Social Stream Ninja thing, but I can see it in my thing. That's three cuppers. I know it tells me. Yeah, 3 cuppers. That's right. Because yeah, and Chantel as well. Got to test out the new integrations. Absolutely. Thank you for that. So it officially works. So that's good. Now the thing I would think about now, you can actually get it to trigger, like when somebody signs up, if it's like Chantel has memberships on her Buy Me a Coffee, you can actually set up the webhook on the Buy Me a Coffee side to trigger when certain things happen. Whether somebody, like if you use your membership, somebody buys a membership, if somebody purchases something, maybe a digital download, digital product, or some other support, or I think there's something to do with if you set up a goal thing and somebody gives towards the goal. You can have that trigger as well, so you can have all those things as triggers for this, and that's all on the Buy Me a Coffee side. And then you have to do a little tweak on the Social Stream Ninja side. So pretty chuffed that that's working. So confirmed working. Thank you to Chantel and Larry for helping me test that. There was no obligation, but a thank you for being willing and being guinea pigs for that feature. So yeah, back to the auto dubbing. This week I also put out my video on Monday. It's starting to gain some traction. It's now 1 of 10. It started off like about 5 or 6 of 10, and it slowly gained. The first couple of days it's very quiet, but it's starting to gain traction. We'll see how that goes. Now I was doing the ABC testing on the thumbnail, so if any of you watched that, you would have seen 1 of 3 thumbnails on that. I'm not sure because I had it released early, so members got it like I think roughly 24 hours, or maybe just under 24 hours early before it went public. And that I'm not sure if that actually shows members the option of the different thumbnails before it goes live. I think that they may just trigger once they go live. But there are 3 different thumbnails, so I'm interested to see which one, because there are 3 radically different thumbnails. One had my picture on it. The other, I've forgotten what the third one was. There's the main one. There's an AI generated one. Or it's my photo, but it's been manipulated, like you would in Photoshop or using AI. I used AI because I'm not a Photoshopper. And there was another one, and I've forgotten what was on it. But I've seen those other 2. Oh, the other one with all the flags, the microphone. It has a really subtle sort of English and British and US flag on the microphone. Say I'm speaking English, and then coming out is all this lightning with like the flags of the languages, of the countries of the languages that are getting translated to. So it's sort of a bit of a conceptual sort of thumbnail. So some with me on it, some without me on it. So I'm interested to see how that test goes out, because the video is doing pretty good at the moment. It's 1 of 10 on my last 10. So interesting. Oh, creator classrooms in the house. Welcome. I just saw. What app did you use for the AI? Just using the free version of ChatGPT. But Beanie says this is the one that caught my eye. To be honest, it was a little. I was taken back a bit. I prefer real Doug. Well, one of those thumbnails is real me, and then that's the one where I'm wearing like the vidIQ glasses, because I actually got them from vidIQ 2023 Vid Summit, and so I'm wearing those sort of white rim glasses, a little bit like the ones that Rob wears sometimes. There's that one. I think I've got a yellow shirt on that one. So that's sort of the real photo, and then there's the other ones. So yeah, be interesting to see how that thumbnail result plays out. I don't know why I'm talking about the thumbnails. I just found it interesting that I had three very different thumbnails that I decided I'll test on that particular one. Shark Scrapper's here. Welcome to the stream. Hello. So yeah, auto dubbing. I'm still I'm still like looking into auto dubbing. I auto dubbed that video, my first long form video, fully auto dubbed, trying to figure out all the ins and outs beyond what I sort of talked about in the video itself. People coming back with some interesting questions, so I'm looking forward to sort of learning a little bit more about those and see how YouTube rolls out auto dubbing to more languages and to more creators over time. So that's good. And also at the end, again, like they did last week, they had another reminder that the mid-roll update is coming in May. I think it's only about 2 or 3 weeks from now. I want to say it's the 12th of May. I think last week I was doing the same thing. I'm like, I think it was the 12th of May. Trying to remember the date. That's when they're sort of throwing the switch on to their upgraded mid-roll ad automation. What's the word for it? Improved placement system, I think, is probably the best way to say it for now. So yeah, so that's interesting. That's interesting. Now, the main topic today, actually, can you confirm or deny that vidIQ is trying to hire you, or that neighbor from vidIQ has reached out to me? So if you've heard anything, let me know. I know Rob shouted me out a couple of times, but hey, that's just sort of what it is. Okay, let's pull that down. I'm chuffed that I figured that out, because the instructions weren't super clear. That's one thing about Social Stream Ninja, is you have to sort of read between the lines on a couple of things. And now my Alexa's telling me that somebody gave me a coffee. A little late, Alexa, a little late. Oh, that means my yellow light's going on. Hang on. Can we see my yellow light? You can just see it sort of here. My light there. It's normally blue, but now it's yellow. To indicate that somebody has bought me a coffee. That's what that means. Okay. Now, where were we? We're here, and then we're moving on one slide. Okay, the big news for this week, and YouTube are pretty low key on pretty much everything else. So the main thing is they had lots of different sort of posts and experiences around YouTube turning 20. It says here in this particular post, it came from X. Pop the confetti because YouTube is turning 20. From the 19-second clip that started it all, to the billions of hours of videos, music, shorts, podcasts, and more, we've grown so much in just 2 decades. And you know what? We're going to have a bit of a look at in what ways that they're celebrating, and some little bits of trivia that we can learn from YouTube. And to do that, we're going to need to go to the screenshot here. There we go. The BMAX in my face. Let's remove that. There we go. The Creative Mist can stay. Is that logo going to get in the way? I don't think that logo is going to get in the way. Okay, 20 ways for celebrating 2 decades of YouTube. And don't forget, if you've got a question anytime, you can drop it in the chat. I'm going to be glancing at chat. Larry has confirmed that the mid-roll ad change is May 12th. So I'm glad I'm not second-guessing myself any longer. That's good. Doug, maybe get a small rotating beacon mounted on the on-air sign so we can all see when someone donates, like a big klaxon, and and it goes off. So you get the audio and you get the visual. I like that. And I'll drop that one there. Okay. Now this has been put together by Viraj Mahesh, the senior product manager of YouTube. I don't know if I've seen Viraj on any of the content before. Okay, it starts off the same as the little post there. Pop the confetti because YouTube is turning 20. From the 19-second clip that started it all, to now over 20 billion uploaded videos, including music, shorts, podcasts, and more. We've grown so much in 20 decades. Who in the chat can tell me the name of the very first video on YouTube? I'll give you a second, because obviously there is a slight delay. But what's the name of that 19-second clip? And that probably hovers and links to it, doesn't it? It's going to open in the background. Oh, the name came up on the tab. All right. We got some answers coming in. Let's have a look. Chantel says Date the Zoo. Date the Zoo is very close. Chatty Cathy with the correct answer. Me at the Zoo. It was only a 19-second video, and the video was actually made by one of the creators of YouTube, one of the founders, and his name was, I think, Jarwood, if I recall. Let me actually open that up this time.
All right, so here we are.
Oop, yep, Jarwood. And Jarwood himself has 5.38 million subscribers, but this video has 357 million views, and it is now 20 years old, of course, because that is the date that we're taking the birthday of YouTube from, when this very first video was uploaded. And so, yeah, that's and look at it. It's in square ratio. There's no 16:9. 20 years ago on YouTube, it was square video and different things. Probably 4:3, all that sort of stuff. So yeah. That's an interesting one. Okay, so this is we're kicking off our birthday. This is where we are. Kicking off our birthday, plenty of ways to celebrate. Take a peek at some of our new features, stats, hidden gems, and Easter eggs below to help you join in the festivities. So we got some fun facts. Fittingly on our 20th birthday, we found that on average there are 20 million videos uploaded daily to YouTube. And on average, we're maybe contributing one of those 20 million per day, depending on how often we post. We don't post, like I don't post every day. But you know, if you're doing shorts regularly, doing long form, maybe a live stream, that all counts. So 20 million videos a day, that's huge. That's a lot of storage. Think about it. YouTube isn't the only one selling a birthday this year. Both YouTube Music and YouTube Kids is turning 10. And before YouTube Music launched, its development code name was Woodstock. Okay, obviously homage to the famous event in the late 60s, music event. This one, a lot of chatter goes on YouTube. How chatty? In 2024, YouTube users averaged over 100 million comments on videos on a daily basis. 100 million comments a day. And so for those who complain about comment moderation on YouTube, you try and deal with 100 million comments a day on your channel and see how you go. They're moderating 100 million comments on the entire platform. That's crazy. And they also counted that creators hearted comments on an average of 10 million views per day. 10 million viewers per day. Well, you're really hearting the comments. So it's really 10 million comments per day. So 10% of comments get hearts on average over the platform when you do the math. And that's easy math. What makes YouTube special is how engaged the community is with creators and their content. In fact, last year, on average, YouTube videos, I should say, received over 1.5 billion likes from users per day. That's a lot of likes in a day. These are huge. These are huge. More than 300 music videos on YouTube are in the billion views club. But did you know that the 5 fastest music videos to hit the milestone are? And they've only listed 4. Oh no, because there's 2 that tied for the second place. Adele's Hello only took 88 days to hit 1 billion views. Ed Sheeran's Shape of You and Luis Fonsi Despacio. Okay, so this is Despacio is a bit of a meme song. They both took 97 days to get to 1 billion views. Some song called Mi Gente. I'm assuming that's Spanish or French or something. Took 103 days. And the song by Rose and Bruno Mars, APT, took 105 days to get to 1 billion views. That's, by any shape, that's a pretty quick rise to 1 billion views for a single video. I'm going to jump in and see what we've got going in the chat. Yeah, two. Well, it's YouTube proper and then YouTube Music and YouTube Kids. So technically 3. 2 of them are being shared. Ollie Smith in the house. Welcome. Let's see. Yeah, that's actually technically true. That's technically true. I find they're sort of sometimes they're using the sort of anniversary / birthday interchangeably because it's like, yeah. What are they saying up here? They're just saying celebrate 20 decades. I'd like to call it a birthday because then you can like put out the cake and stuff. I guess anniversaries you can do that too. But yeah, no, that's a fair point. Because Valentine's Day is when it technically started, but it wasn't the video sharing platform. It was the dating platform, which didn't really last. Yeah, this is a fair point. And that fits in with some of the things we mentioned there earlier. The fact that we all get free unlimited video storage. When you look at the volume of uploads per day is mind-boggling that not only are they letting us share that, store that for free or have it archived for free, that for some of us, they're actually sending us, those of us in the YouTube partner program, whether we're on fan funding or getting ad revenue as well, they're actually paying us to have our content on YouTube. So we get free hosting and they're paying us. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, Creative Classroom's about to hit the 7,777. But the biggest milestone is it's another 3,333 away. Absolutely. Hey, it's Dave, Super Dave, I believe. Super Dave Live. Welcome to the stream. Congrats on 11K Houston 80 for life. Hey, it's good to see you. Haven't seen you here for quite a while. So yeah, good morning. And yeah, it's good to hit 11K last month when I hit that. So, onward and upward, as they say. Let's see. Any more comments here? Did the guy at the zoo get a date or not? That's Google purchased his platform, and that's a good present. Definitely. Well, I'm just accidentally clicking on things now. All right. The motion of that video on the side of him hearting the comments, I think I need to scroll. All right. Unboxing our latest feature. So here's a couple of new features that are sort of coming up that so we're going to mention in the next few weeks. This came out this week, this article. YouTube TV members can experiment with building their own multi-view with select non-sports content. Now, I'm not sure what this means exactly. Starting with a small group of popular channels and expanding in coming months. Does that mean you can build like a video wall? So you can be on like a YouTube wall. And so you can say, I want Marquez Brownlee here, and I want Mr. Beast over here, and I want to put a video from my favorite music video over here. That's interesting. Build a multi-view. I don't know if anybody can handle having a multi-view. I guess they're doing like a 4-way multi-view. You can see the image just to the left of the highlight section there. There's like a 4-way multi-view there. I'm wondering what that means exactly. So I'm interested to see what that relates to. Oh, here's an interesting update. Last year, a small group of creators gained access to the ability to voice reply to comments. Who remembers that experiment? We were talking about that sort of late last year. We're excited to enable this to even more creators later this year. So they're going to be rolling that out to a greater number of creators, sort of out of the sort of limited access testing. So that means that us as creators, if we have a comment and we want to give a bit more of a personalized reply to that person, we can actually do like a voice comment. Now, everybody who comes across that comment will be able to listen to it. So, but it's more personal because it's not just what you type, it's in your own voice. So that could be very interesting feature that they're confirming that going to roll out to a greater number of creators. I think at some point that'll definitely hit creators in YouTube partner program. I don't know if they're planning on pushing it out greater than that, but that's interesting. I didn't know about this. This is the first I'm hearing about that as an update. Okay, the next one is describe the type of music you're in the mood for and create a very own personalized radio station with Ask Music. This is for this will be rolling out to people using of iOS, Android on the YouTube Premium and YouTube Music. English language subscribers in select countries can fine-tune their Sonic adventures now with more languages and locations. So that's interesting. So this is very much a YouTube Music feature. But I guess people with YouTube Premium, they have access to YouTube Music. Is that right? Or do you think that they can be able to access like music-based videos, like official artist channels and different things? I'm interested to see what that's all about. The next one, if caffeine isn't enough for you, 4 times playback speed, because you know the normal playback speed now you can go up to like 2 times. So if you have YouTube Premium, they're rolling out up to 4 times playback speed. So you can go 2.5, 3, 4, up to 4 times playback. So that's quite fast. I don't know if anybody needs to or wants to watch a video that quickly. I've done double speed before, and that's yeah. I just saw this one. 4x is wow. That's like yeah. I don't know how anybody can handle that. What's happening here? Voice reply would be neat. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a pretty cool feature. Because I've seen people use like the dictation, like you can if you're in a Facebook group or in Facebook, you can actually do like audio replies just in the feed of replying to a comment. Obviously in Messenger and different places, you have the option. I think you can do that on X as well. In DMs, you can leave voice replies. So that's an interesting feature. Here's a use case for the multi-screen or multi-channel sort of TV watching. I like to have live tornado chasing videos on mute while I watch other stuff, so I can see if anything exciting happens and then switch. Yeah, TV wall thingy. Yeah, absolutely. If you have a use, then that's good. Let's see. Chatty Cathy confirms that 4 times playback you can't understand. So yeah, it's interesting. Maybe it's like so you can super quick through and skip through and find something where you don't want to use the scrubber. You just want to, move forward constantly. What else? Oh yeah, if you want to watch a live back and get some quick time spans, yeah, that's an interesting use for 4 times. Stanley Orchard, welcome. 4 times is a bit much. Yeah, I think so. Generally, I would agree. Did I miss Alice? I missed Alice. I saw Alice's name and then it disappeared off the screen. Alice, welcome to the stream. Listening on mobile today. Yeah, I'm all over the shop. Did I miss anybody else? Hopefully not. Chantel says, I'm just starting out to get more into audio notes. Using it in the Apple Notes app is super useful. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Even leaving a note for yourself is interesting. Different ways of doing it. Okay. What else we got here? I think this is the last one in this section. Get ready for a TV viewing upgrade this summer. Now, summer, obviously, that's the US summer, so it's mid-year. So it's coming up soon. We're already in US spring, Northern Hemisphere spring. So summer's coming up. Easier navigation, playback quality tweaks, plus streamlined access to comments, channel info, and subscribing are heading to your screen. So they're making that viewer experience on TV a lot more streamlined. So hopefully that is going to be a win. Here's some hidden gems. These are what they're calling hidden gems on YouTube. From the ability to long press anywhere on a video player to watch it 2 times speed. I actually use that myself on videos. I'll just like tap and hold on my mobile device and it'll automatically jump to 2 times. If I need to like skip ahead for a second or two. To locking the screen to avoid interruptions and setting a sleep timer to watch YouTube while falling asleep. I haven't dabbled with that. We offer, that could be useful. We offer users several features to up level their experience right on the YouTube app. So that's very much a mobile set. Short on time but big on content, creators can add related videos to their shorts, whether it's a long form video, a live, or even another short. So from your shorts, related videos feature, link to another video, whether that's a long form, a live stream, or even another short. I think it's pretty cool to link your shorts back to back to back that way. If you can train your viewers to click to click to click. But hey, there's still playlists. They can still watch a playlist if there's a series. YouTube Kids, parents can gain a greater peace of mind with our approved content yourself mode, which allows parents to tailor the experience by hand selecting content they want their child to have access to. Not having children that young where I need to use YouTube Kids, that does sound like an interesting feature for a parent. For those who like watching on desktop, we offer keyboard shortcuts such as using the left-right arrows to fast forward or rewind by 5 seconds, or tapping the spacebar. I've used to tap the spacebar. That's a classic one. The perfect trick for those wanting to watch at work. No judgment. Absolutely. I got that one tune stuck in your head but can't seem to place it. Give the song search a try by humming or singing. So there's a bit of like a Shazam built into YouTube and YouTube Music. They're currently available just on Android. So if you have iOS, they don't have that feature. That's probably why I haven't seen it. For more birthday Easter eggs, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm not sure what that means. What do you mean? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay. They're trying to tell us something. What's the better way to celebrate our birthday with our own Yodel? Check it out today and give it a click for a surprise. And speaking of logos, that's like the Google thing if you're on like Chrome, which I think we're past that date because it would have been on that day. They usually change that just about daily, the Yodel on Google Chrome. And speaking of logos, we have a new limited YouTube logo in honor of the 20th. I'm assuming it's this one with the balloons. It's on the screen now. But did you know our original YouTube logo design is a nod to our Bay Area roots? In 2005, one of our founders, Chad Hurley, was en route to YouTube's office. Inspiration struck a blend of the logo for the Caltrain, a commuter line in Silicon Valley, with the TV guide design. Did they put a copy of that somewhere for us to see? Probably not. But if you remember the one of the original logos, sort of the red box and the writing, so it does look like a little bit like the TV guide logo. On several select videos today, Look out for the special birthday theme scrubber and animation when you like a video. And whilst on desktop, type B-Day anywhere on the watch page to spot a quick blast from the past. Okay. I haven't tried any of these Easter eggs. Maybe it's too late. It just says today, which would mean the day this came out. So I'm going to assume that it's no longer there. YouTube TV members can enjoy the Zen while also being the life of the party with a 48-hour birthday themed Zen channel. Okay, there you go. And we're probably outside the window for 48 hours as well. Our playables users, I'm one of those people that goes non-interested on playables every time it reappears in my feed. Anyway, playables users will be greeted with celebratory welcome stream, perfect for setting the mood before trying a hand at Angry Birds or 8-Ball Pool. I don't play games. YouTube's not there for games, in my opinion. I don't play games. Treat your favorite creators to a slice of cake or a party hat with these birthday gifts available this week only. These gifts will make live streams a lot more festive. These are particularly available for vertical live streams in the Jules Power by Gifts. So people in the US and creators and viewers can give/receive those. I don't think they're available as gifts or anything else on regular streams. And I think that's it. That's just, if you want a recap of that and that, I think Renee and name's eluding me now. Johanna. That's Johanna. I think they talk a little bit about some of these things that we just covered here. All right, I'm going to jump back. We had a bit of fun with that, and I'm going to jump back in the chat. Where are we up to? SMS Guy says, I guess with the multi-view, all 4 channels would get the watch time. I would say so. Yeah. Asking the interesting questions. Now, my friend who has ADHD often listens to thanks on 4 times and even 6 times if it's available, and she understands it. Wow. Yeah, I can see that some people would. That'd be like right down their alley. 4 times is so viewers can say that they watched your video without having to actually pay attention to it. That's a fair point. Where are we? All right. I need to hydrate after all that talking, so need a little hydration song. Maybe I should have a button with hydration, but I'll just do this for now. And thank you for the hydration. that gives me permission. So if you've got a question, drop it in chat. I'm just going to get caught up on the chat here. I'll have to look at the YouTube Kids thing. Some videos and channels we approve of the kids watching, but they may not be on YouTube. Yeah, interesting. They're just showing off now. There's no competition when it comes to consuming content. YouTube is best by far. Here. And if you haven't already, Super Dave says, smash the like button. You would laugh at my video. I talked about 3 Canva tricks to make the beginning of the video better and 1 mistake. And halfway through my talk, I said, boop. And then I said, hi, Nate. I saw somebody else say boop on a video. Who was that? It was a video I watched like in the last 24 hours or so. I don't know what channel it was. I think it was one of the YouTube channels or something. But it was, they said boop thing, and I immediately thought of Nate. So, you know, that's what you do. When someone says boop, you think of Nate Black, if you're wondering who I mean when I say Nate. Oh, wrong one. The chat moved as I clicked. So 25% of the watch time to me if someone watches at 4K, 4X. Yeah, the whole speeding up and slowing down with the watch time thing, that always confuses me. And I sort of knew it, but it's like, it's mental arithmetic that I don't want to be doing anymore. But yeah. Yeah, because it's the actual amount of time watched. So if they have full-time speed, you know, if it's a 10-minute video, you're only going to get 2.5 minutes of watch time, even though they watch the whole thing at 4 times speed. Larisha, hello, welcome to the stream. I was basically calling out creators that ask for all the call to actions in the first 30 seconds. Oh yeah, yeah. And if you like what we're doing, make sure you click like and subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a thing. And there's probably some other things, and it's like and boop and smash this and press that and jump, do your jumping backflips and it's like, just get on with the video, will ya? Come on, get on with the video. Yeah, it's a lot of arithmetic. Yeah, what is it? Comment, share, join my membership, our newsletter, hit or smash or boop. Hi Nate, the like button. That's right, boop the like button. That's what he says. But yeah, it's always good advice. But yeah, don't overwhelm your viewers. So I'm not going to overwhelm you by asking you to do multiple things at once. But one thing I will get you to do is to make sure you stick around when we finish the stream a little bit later, and you'll roll right on over into Nick and D's live stream, them live, because we're redirecting automatically to them. Actually, are we? I need to check to make sure I've actually set that up. But while we're doing that, yeah, that's a fair point. Impress me first, mate. Yeah, so yeah. Let's put those as call to actions towards the back end of the video. Provide some value first. You know, that's the way to do it. Don't try and get everything up front. All right, I'm just checking the redirect real quick. I don't want to keep you sticking or telling you to stick around and then not go anywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. That's the way you go. Seduce the viewer first, then ask for the stuff. Treat them to a movie and dinner first. There is the end of stream call to action early. That's right. Well, you know, I'm putting it in there just as a reminder, because I know I'll remind you again. But the other reason why I do that is so I can jump to this screen, so you can have a bit of a look at what's coming up. So at 9 a.m. Eastern today, Nimmin Live. Daryl Leaves is streaming today at 12 p.m. right as Nick and Dee are wrapping up. He'll be going live, talking to one of his students again, bringing us a lot of value about how to grow a YouTube channel, how to succeed. Chantel, hopefully Chantel, you're back this week with your Sunday live stream, 7 p.m. Eastern. And if you're watching in Australia, that's 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be back next week with this is an old graphic, of course. I've rushed and put the old graphic up, create a breakfast. Well, this show, which is sort of the successor of Creator Breakfast, because it's pretty much the same thing. YouTube Creator News, when there's news to talk about, it's very slow on the news this week. We'll be back here 7:30 a.m. Eastern next Saturday. Same bat time, same bat channel. and yeah, so just keep that in mind. I didn't update the graphics for the of all the thumbnails today, so we're just going with like the Express graphic. What's this one? The Express graphic there today. All right, back to the chat. Don't forget, if you've got a question, drop it in chat with a Q in front. You can change your color of your shirt on the thumbnail in Canva. That's what I do every week. If you notice the thumbnails for this stream, it's the same picture, and I just change the color of my shirt. using Canva, I use that feature every single week. And then say if you like that trick, like the video. I can't remember the last time I asked for likes and subscribes. Yeah, I don't ask myself a lot. I'm out of the habit, and so to remember that I have to do that, I have to get back into the habit, particularly in pre-recorded videos. Like sometimes I will add it in just as a graphic, maybe once or twice through the video as well. I won't do it at the end, because usually at the end, the only call to action I want to do is encourage engagement, commenting, and then redirect to another video or playlist. That's the only things I want to do at the end of my videos. Maybe I should drop the comments. Not everybody asks for comments, but I seem to want to. I don't know. I've just gotten, because as I say, the habit. That's the habit I got into, asking at the end when I'm wrapping up. I tend to ask for thoughts or comments, or what do you think about this? And so there's a call to action on that. In addition to right at the end, I'm like, go check out this video here. It'll tell you X, Y, and Z, and hopefully it's related to the video that I just gave you. And that's the way I've been doing it for a while. And that stuff I remember, but reminding people to subscribe, I've gotten so much out of the habit of it that sometimes I don't even throw up the graphics on the video, let alone ask. And I need to get back in the habit, because that's what's going to help reminding people, because it's not that people don't want to subscribe. This is sometimes people forget. Like I'm out of the habit. I forget to ask. And if I forget to ask, then people may forget to press the subscribe button. So you know, and I'm down for people to press that subscribe button. I love this one. Daryl doesn't want to compete with Nick. Well, true. Yeah, he gets from observation and being a mod on those streams, that I can tell you that there's more people turn up in those streams if it follows on from Nick's stream. People roll over. When there's like a few hours between the streams and he's on later or on a different day, sometimes there might not be as many people turn up for those streams. A lot of people do. A lot of different people come in that aren't in Nick's streams, but it also gets a lot of Nick's crowd come in as well. And so, you know, it's rolling on, keep the learning going on, you know, Saturday YouTube education live streams. Confirming Chantel is back this week. Frankie says, I don't usually ask, but I do pop up little graphics. Yeah. I was in the habit of doing the graphics, and even I started forgetting to add the graphics. I don't think I added subscribe graphics to my last video. From memory, I may have. YouTube creator news. I got to remember that. It's new. I got to drill it into my brain. Loving the consistency of streams. Yeah. It's like having done that last year and into this year. You know, there's weeks here and there where we, you know, feel under the weather, or we're traveling, or something's on, you know, life events, things like that. That's you know, that's to be expected. But the consistency, if I want to stay consistent on the live streams, even if I can't always be giving a full weekly upload. Like I don't have an upload schedule for this week that I've got planned. Like yesterday, was it yesterday? No, it's Friday. No, it was yesterday. I can't remember what it was. It's either yesterday or Friday. I edited and uploaded 2 videos to Amazon, just some like product unboxing and review stuff. So obviously that's stuff that doesn't go on any of my YouTube stuff. And because it's more of a basic and quick edit, and not having to add music backgrounds and different things and mucking around with heaps of graphics, I could just like knock those out real quick, get them up on Amazon. The more content you have on Amazon, you know, more opportunities to earn. So I focus that day. I'm just gonna do, because I've got them filmed. I just need to edit them and get them up. So I knocked out 2 of them in one day. So I was pretty proud, and that's been my weekend so far for creating. Now I'm live streaming, and then obviously I've got Sunday and Monday. I'll be on Chantel's stream in the morning. I'm not actually sure what else I've got on a Monday yet, so there might be some opportunities to create some content if I get some inspiration. I don't have anything sort of in the works. I'd have to film, edit stuff. It may even end up being some one or two shorts this week. And sometimes it's when things pop up, like questions in chat for me. The other thing is, if YouTube release something or make an announcement, then I'm probably jumping on that as a video, a dedicated video. If it's more definitely if it's major, then I'm gonna try and get that video done as quickly as possible. So that's the sort of thing. That happens there. Where are we up to? Super Dave loves the on-air sign. Yeah, the on-air sign's pretty cool. I know Chantel's got the identical one. We picked them up. A local chain here, Kmart, had them for a while. I think last year or year before. Well, yeah, it might have been last year. I don't think they sell them anymore. They did put them on clearance and cleared them out. So it's a nifty little neon sort of light dealio. I've also got one that's turned up in a couple of videos. Like a little neon dinosaur. I'll plug it in because it plugs into the same spot as I have to unplug the on-air sign to plug that in. But it's just a green dinosaur, and I'll put it in a couple of videos here and there, just something random. Because I like to only use on-air for live streams. Credit Classroom says, I think there's more important things when you are further into YouTube journey, like join the membership, or use my affiliate link, or template in a newsletter funnel thingy. Yeah. Getting people to take those actions that are going to be, financially favorable to us as creators. Sometimes the purpose of a video or a live stream might be to drive more memberships or to make a buying purchase. So therefore an affiliate link, whether it's software as a service or digital download or a physical product like merch, or affiliate link for some other sort of product on Amazon or some other place. Or getting people into your newsletter, e-newsletter, some sort of funnel, email sort of chain that will get people to sort of lock in with something that you're offering. There's a whole bunch of things. Like I haven't got into a lot of like that side of marketing. Obviously, I work with affiliate links and merch, and I really want to get onto the thing when you're looking at like monetization options is maybe some PDF guides that I can offer in different forms. So they're not really courses, but they're informational, or they might be checklists or a series of checklists or something like that. So I just have to work and put those together, and once I've got those together, I can make them available to everybody. So they're the sorts of things that are pretty cool. Yesterday was Friday. I don't know. Yeah, I must be thinking of today is Sunday. Yeah. You are right. Yesterday was Friday. That's why I was getting confused, because it was the same day. It was Friday. Today was Saturday. And because it's the end of Saturday for us, it's like, 10:30 here, 10:30 p.m. It might be the start of Saturday in some parts of the world, but with, I've had most of my Saturday. Like I've been up for well over 12 hours already. So yeah, it seems like I've gone through 2 days. I technically have, but it was on Friday that I did those Amazon videos, which was yesterday, and 2 long weekends in a row. The extra days do your head in. Like when you're used to working on a Friday and then have Saturday, Sunday, and sometimes I have Mondays off, optionally. Sometimes I work Mondays, sometimes I don't. And then here in Queensland, next weekend's the long weekend as well. We've got the Monday off. So that's a thing. So we've got like 3 long weekends in a row. Growing a channel is a different journey than growing a business. Absolutely. And there's definitely some crossover as well. That's true. Now, seeing we're in that latter part, we just need to remind ourselves of one thing.
It's the last call.
That it's actually the last call. So this is a chance for you to drop some more thoughts, questions, comments in the chat as we excuse me, start winding down to Niman Live. I'd like to hit this. After hundreds of videos, I don't believe I've ever said like and subscribe. Yeah, I haven't done the YouTuber thing, like and subscribe. Click the like button. Maybe I've done them individually. I don't know about likes too much, but I know I used to say, don't forget to subscribe. Especially early on, you're like, I really want people to subscribe. Super Dave says, I'm going to have to get some neon lights. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, if you look around, you'll probably find stuff similar to this around the place. Chatty Cathy says, you can have memberships and affiliate links right from 0 subs through Patreon. Yeah, exactly. Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee has memberships. But you do need a community first. That's right. You need somebody to actually, be able to offer it to. Absolutely. Hashtag last call for questions. There we go. Last call. Last call. So laid back last call. I was thinking that there might be some more upbeat last call sort of thing. So let's pull that back. And a big shout out to Larry, 16 months as a member, Hewson YT Max member. 6 months sounds scary close to a year and a half. That is getting close to a year and a half. So big shout out to Larry for being a member for 16 months. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and if you remember, don't forget to, if you want, drop your milestones. Drop your milestones. And in addition to that, Larry's just dropped a $10 super chat. Actually, super sticker. Super sticker.
Thank you for the super sticker.
The super sticker. As soon as I saw that little pair jumping around saying thank you, I'm like, that's a super sticker. It's not a super chat. Ecamm thought it was a super chat. That's why they played the music. Shark Scraper says, I'm going to end my Patreon page and go to YouTube membership. Several reasons for this change. Yeah, there's some interesting thoughts about that, and the ones that come to mind is probably the biggest plus for me is that it's on platform. You don't have to send people off to somewhere to sign up on some other platforms. So if you're live streaming, for example, you say, join my Patreon. A lot of people do this on the videos and stuff, and that's fine. A lot of people do. If there's some value seen, that they're going to go and click on the Patreon. But the one I know, because I haven't used Patreon, like I've subscribed to, I think, one channel, it's Patreon, and that's it. Because more people are doing memberships these days. Because on platform, it's a low barrier to entry for people to actually join. They click the button potentially on the watch page. It's that easy, and just go through the checkout process and they're in. You can link it to some groups to sort of allow like a special membership location, whether it's on like Discords or different places. A lot of perks that you can do on platform, and like members first videos, members only live streams. Memberships on the platform definitely have perks over the Patreon. Although the Patreon may have lower, I don't know what the fees are like on Patreon. Obviously, 30% on memberships is a thing in YouTube that you have to account for. So that's like the downside. I think that's probably the main downside for memberships. Otherwise, I don't have any real problems with memberships on YouTube. But I think I can see why they're better. A big shout out to Finger Licking Golden Chicken and Salty Position. That's a long channel name. Hello. Last call, y'all. Yeah. Sticky sticker. Closing time. Closing time. And Tyler Smith, 21 months, Hewson YT Max member. Dropping that in. It says first. Yeah, looked across at this screen. There was another membership milestone, and I'm going, no, that's the wrong one. I was about to read it out, but that's coming up. It's coming up. Super sticker, super chat, same $10. That's right. Michael Sahoski's in the house. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Okay. On platform, members only content, live chat, advantages for members. Yeah, a whole bunch. Lot of the sparkles going. And here it is. 4 months Husanati membership. Could not resist becoming a paid member after getting a free one. Who better to support for YouTube updates? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's good to have you. Good to have you. Michael Soski's dropping the virtual hugs. Doug, did you know... Do you know, sorry, if we can adjust our offerings on their tiers, make them a little bit more accurate? Yeah, because sometimes things change over time. Sometimes you realize that you maybe can't offer it in that specific way, so you want to tweak it a bit. Yeah, you should be able to change the perks. I know I added some perks. As long as you don't majorly change it. Like if you want to, I think the issue is if you want to change like the amount for a tier, then you have to basically close that amount and then open up a new tier, even if it's called the same thing, because the amount, if you're changing the amount of the tier, that's where, you know, people have to they get kicked out of the membership and have to re-sign up. So there's a bit of a risk there that if they don't re-up to the new one, but they get if they're coming out partway through the month, they get like a pro rata credit. They might get offered to, I don't know how they do it exactly, but there's an issue. But yeah, generally with just adjusting perks, you should be good. That of course needs to be approved, but their approval is very, very quick. So you can go in and just adjust the perks. I probably need to review mine and go, yeah, well, I'm not really doing that. I either need to do it or I need to adjust the perks, you know, tweak them. Because, you know, I don't do that monthly members live stream that I should. And I have been thinking about it, and I'm certain that we're gonna drop some in. Yeah, with the long weekends, there might be an opportunity for, you know, a sneaky members stream maybe later this weekend, because it is a long weekend. Maybe that's my bonus content for the week. So you know, I'm gonna try and sneak in some more member streams. I just don't have a set time for member streams. That's the thing. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure you can change up the perks, like tweak the perk, take something out, replace it with something else. It'll need to go back through that YouTube perk approval process. But if you're using something that's a variation on one of their standard perks, then that gets approved pretty quick. Which is basically what Chantel said. Just thinking about adding a monthly live stream to both tiers since I do it anyway. Yeah, you're more regular on those than I am. So yeah, absolutely. Or maybe at least a quarterly live stream. Yeah. Catherine's here. Welcome. All right, final thoughts. Let me know. Quarterly, that way if it happens, it's a monthly, it's a bonus. That's a fair point. You got me. I need to refill my membership videos. Yeah, I was looking for something the other day, and I was on Roberto's channel, and I watched his like membership perks video, and I'm like, you filmed this a little while ago, Roberto, and I think you're not doing these anymore. He was like, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and I'm like, Roberto, you're not doing that. Well, as far as I'm aware, because I'm not currently a member on Roberto's channel. I was. But yeah, it's one of those things. Sometimes, you know, perks change. Creators have things that come up that means that they can't sort of do it the way that they wanted to do it before, or the way they did do it. They have to like tweak it and do it a little bit differently. So it's always good to have a little bit of grace with creators when they maybe don't deliver all their perks. Sometimes they just need that reminder too. They might go, oh yeah, I forgot about the perks. I really need to get back to those perks. Like I need to go back and just, maybe it's a good thing to make as a creator, I forgot to turn that back down, as a creator to remind yourself to refresh your memory as to what perks you're offered so that you can cover them. Like, I'm speaking to myself right now. Go and check, what perks are you offering? Are you doing them? I know that when I release a video, most of the time I'm releasing that so that members first, so members get the sneak peek. So I got that going. And I'm sure there's other stuff there that I'm doing, but it might be something that I'm missing. Like I'm not hit, like we said, the live streams. I need to hit them more, and that's something that I can do. So I'm going to make a better attempt at hitting those. So for members, keep a lookout because I'm thinking about it. So if I don't do one this weekend, maybe I'll do one next weekend because it is a long weekend for me, which means I'm free on Monday. So maybe I could do. No, I can't do it Monday morning because that's when Chantel streams. You don't want a competing stream. Maybe I can do it before or after, or I could do like a early Sunday morning. No, I don't know. I don't know what's a good time for me to do a stream. Oh, I'm getting yelled at. Oh my goodness. I joined Nick's to make sure I understood memberships as a member before I offered one on my channel. Yeah, that's good. Sometimes you can learn from how, observing how other creators sort of do their membership. And everybody does it differently. Everybody does different things, which I think is cool. I think if everybody had to do it the same way, it'd be a little bit boring. Where are we up to? This chat keeps moving. And perks sometimes, perks change sometimes. Stop moving on me. Sometimes you offer something you think people want, to only realize it's something a bit different. That's true. The larger tier gets every video early, but I've been releasing one big video to all members because it's just like a big thank you for joining. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, and because you can pick the tier, you can say, this is just to be released to, if you've got tiers, the higher tier or the lower tier, or, lower. If you do it to lower tier, the higher tier gets it anyway. But yeah, that's right. Do it before and you can run into Chantel's after. That's true. Turk's here. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. And Larry has dropped the gifted memberships. Oh, where's my gifted memberships button? Been a while since I've hit that one.
Thank you for gifting the memberships.
5 gifted memberships, and they were gifted to Paul Dixon, Greg Hubers. Where are they? There's more here. Park Bros. Andrew Can got a gifted membership, and Ray. I like the fact that the gifted memberships are coming up on the and they're all courtesy of Home Rapid Repair. So big shout out to Larry. So make sure you say hi to Larry. If you're any of those people, you just got the notification that says you got a gifted membership on Doug's stream and you're coming in to see what's going on. Big shout out to Larry for the gifted memberships. Chatty Cathy says, could you possibly say something like introductory price for tier 1 when offering memberships for the first time? I don't know if YouTube has that option where you can like have a starter price. Like first month in, you get this. You get it for this price, and then every other month after that, it goes to the standard price. I don't know if YouTube do that. I haven't seen that, but that's actually a pretty cool idea because you can see that on certain sites, certain places. Going on down. Scrolling down, just get caught up on the chat. We're about to wrap things up. Time flies. This is a very long last call today. We're going to wrap it up in a minute. Turk says, today I started the monetization process for my channel, but I downloaded my video from YouTube and edited it all. Full audio is mine. It seems like it will be monetized. Download my video from YouTube. And the full audio is mine. It seems like it will be monetized. Yeah, if it's everything you've done yourself, then you shouldn't have any like copyright issues there, if I'm understanding the question correctly. So you should be good if you did it all yourself and you're not using like samples from somewhere else or bits of other songs or bits of other audio. You should be good. Drop that one there. All right. We're going to have to wrap things up. Nick Dimon and D, they're going live in 15 minutes. I got to We got to reset, make that coffee, you know, do all the things, get ready for the live stream over on Nick Nemmer's channel. If you want to head over there, all you have to do is just wait in this chat as we finish up. You'll automatically be redirected, aka like a Twitch raid, to Nick's channel, and you'll end up in his pre-show chat. Maybe get the coffee song. You'll get something that's there, and we'll be good to go. And I will see you over there. I will see you over there. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to remove that. And I want to thank everybody for joining me today. Those that have been here for the whole show, those that come in late. I appreciate you, and I look forward to talking to you next week. And for members, I don't know when, but we're gonna do this membership stream. We're gonna do this membership stream. It's gonna be this weekend, next weekend. It might be next weekend, but we'll see. And I want to thank you all. And till next time, I'll catch you later.